Alrighty, folks, going live again. And this ain't no boy crying wolf. This is the real deal. And what I'm doing is I'm sitting in the garage looking at the 2008 Dodge. No Ram bullshit. This is a Dodge. You want to see it? There you go. Let's see it. I just washed it. It's living the high life. It's living the high life with the boat gone. Oh, and here comes the crow. There's crows every day, about 20 times a day, come to my bird bath over here and dip their crackers and their cheese in there, mess it up so they can eat it. Yep. This is an aviary over here at my house. An aviary. I love birds. You know why? Because when you're watching birds, you know what you're doing? You're watching fish. That's what you're doing. You watch birds, you watch fish, because they all have bird brains. They all have little tiny brains. Except for them damn crows. They're smart as hell, them damn crows. I'm watching him. He's dipping his little cracker and cheese in my bird bath and then eating it. All right. Well, the reason I'm even here is because I did not intend to set off a firestorm of liberal snowflake foreigners or something. I don't know what the hell it is. When I put a post up on my community page about going to, let me get the messages going here. When I said, hey, ugly stick is not, you can't buy any ugly sticks on uglystick.com. And it said they won't be available until June 1st. Well, boy, that really did a firestorm on my community page. I mean, I put the symbol of the old ugly stick, the bent rod, and it said America's strongest rod. Because maybe these people who talk out their ass about, oh, shit ought to be made in China because I'm not paying, or do you think Obama, when he said, go there, go to my YouTube channel, and at the kind of underneath the top banner picture, it says, where you could scroll, it says videos, playlists, whatever, community. Check that out. Because if you're a patriot, if you're a pure American, if you love seeing, yes, make America great again, 100%. Thank you, Thomas. I see you there. Thank you. It popped up on the screen. You want nothing but the best for our country. Right? And, to go buy an ugly stick because they're all made in goddamn China. Okay? Yeah, they're cheap. They're cheap. That's the reason. I personally have no problems paying $50, $60 for a goddamn ugly stick if I knew that it was coming from a factory in South Carolina or something like that. I have no problem. I don't think you'd have a problem. Would you have a problem if you gave a job to somebody and, Orawak and I were talking about it last night. I call him Dr. Gary. That's his nickname, okay? He is one of my long-time viewers. NYPD retired, okay? Outboard marine mechanic up in Long Island, New York now. He's a patriot. I'm a patriot. I want, nothing but to succeed in America. And there's people out there that obviously act like they don't want us to succeed. And we all know that YouTube is covered up with them. Covered up with them. YouTube acts like it sometimes. Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. But I'm just astounded at some of the I'm astounded. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Bill. I see you there. I'm astounded at what people say. So I want you, if you're a patriot, if you're an American, go to my community page and check it out. Bill, I know you were there, and I said to you, amen. You know? I mean, it's just, I can't believe people. And I got another comment about it. You know? I mean, bring those ugly sticks back home. Back here. Bring them back home, ugly stick, Shakespeare. Why not? Me and Orwalk, Gary, Dr. Gary, we're talking, as I said. And there's a rod company somewhere in the Carolinas. The name eludes me. But they're kind of doing the bass rod thing, you know. But they're making these rods, and they're employing people. They're making the blanks. They're using, they're probably not making the guides, okay? But they're making rods. You know, they had like 25, 30 people in a building pumping out rods. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. Ugly Stick Shakespeare could do that easily. I filled out, when I did do that, going to uglystick.com, and then they said, would you like to earn $100 in free magazines? Yeah, you're right, Dennis. You're absolutely right. If we don't produce our own stuff, then what the hell? You can't be dependent. I mean, are we dependent on China for fishing shit? I mean, come on. You know, so I think when they say, you can order Ugly Sticks starting June 1st, let's see, are you talking about favorite rods, Captain? Yes. I'm talking about my favorite rod. No, I'm not talking about favorite rods, the brand favorite. It was another one that started with an O or something. O, I think it is. Yeah, Dennis, you say you might be surprised. I know there's plenty of small manufacturers. Why the hell can't Ugly Stick bring manufacturing back to the United States? Oh, I'm doing okay. $400 for a St. Croix. Selling like hotcakes. Yeah, but 99% of the time, St. Croix is assembled in Mexico. Yeah, it's the North America. You know, yeah, it's North America. But there's a lot of St. Croix. Oh, sorry, folks. There's a lot of St. Croix stuff that's doing, assembled in Mexico. I used to be on the G. Loomis Pro staff. A lot of people don't believe that. A lot of people don't believe it. Made in, what was it? I can't remember the name of the town. Up in Washington. And then, of course, they got bought out by Shimano. But my rods are Ugly Sticks. Mike. Yep, you're right. So are all mine. All mine are Ugly Sticks. And there's somebody, what's that, Russian? I'm sorry, Selma. Whatever. I can't speak your language. So go to my community page and check out what some of these people are writing. And that's the only reason I'm doing this live stream right now, because it irritates the living hell out of me. It literally irritates the hell out of me. Dennis says, I can't get material to build my own rods because the components are made in China. Yeah, customer, friend of mine, Dennis, he builds his own rods. And he's talking about how he's putting it up on the screen here, I'm reading it, how he can't get components because they're made in China. I mean, come on, what is our problem? And what are the problems with the people that have such negative comments? I mean, that's the only reason I'm doing this. Are they the Elon Omar, AOC? all them people that are anti-American. I mean, we can't help it. Everything you buy. I'm drinking my PBR. Here's my PBR sitting in my garage. Some kind of shit from PBR was made in China. So all I wanted to do is pass it on. Go to the community page. It's YouTube BLM26cc community or something. Okay? And check it out. Because I'm getting these alerts on my phone because the only thing I ever alert from is YouTube. Because all I do is YouTube. I fish, I boat, I do YouTube. That's my whole life. Okay? So I wanted just to alert people. Go there. But the problem is we're going to get some of these other people, these snowflake son of a guns, who don't care about America. Right now, you ought to care about this country like you care about your goddamn kids. Because shit is happening, folks. You need to care. Middle class has been gutted with American manufacturers producing overseas. Yeah. There was a time in this country when ugly sticks were made in America. I'm seeing some stuff come up. I'm trying to read it. I'm sorry. I have a customer, Mike, or a future customer. He kind of dealt with Shakespeare because they were making poles or whatever, or fiberglass poles or something. And he talks about how there was a factory in South Carolina. They made the ugly sticks there. Granted, I love my Daiwa. I love my Daiwa products. I love my Shimano products. But is Japan putting the screws to us right now? No, China's putting the screws to us right now. I just wanted y'all to go over there and check it out. So I'm just blowing off some steam. I washed my truck. It's all squeaky clean. A wheel weight fell off one of my front tires, so I had to run over to Discount Tire and have them put the wheel weight back on. I watched Scotty Kilmer, and he says these Huyas are working in the shops and there in these tire places, and they're just going through the motions. And they literally put the wrong wheel weight on my front tire of my truck, and I'm washing my truck, and I bump it with the damn scrub brush, and the wheel weight falls off. So my ugly tigers I bought off you, Captain Dave. Well, there you go. I washed my boat and installed a new fish finder yesterday. Yep, okay, new security. I'm glad people, here's another thing I want you to do. I want you to be motivated about maintenance and cleanliness. Because I sometimes, since my boat sits right here where my truck is. But right now, of course, it's at the shop getting an engine put on. I'll come out sometimes and get a goddamn wild hair up my ass like there ain't no tomorrow. And out of nowhere, out comes that bucket. And then I got a scrub brush over there. And I just jump up in the boat. And I start scrubbing. And my mom always says, why don't you do that to the inside of your house? So, yeah. No, I'm not into the housework. You got to remember, I'm not married. The last time I was married was 30 years ago. Whoa. There's people that are watching this video that ain't 30 years old. I thought of you yesterday. My buddy had a cracked oil cooler housing on his Suzuki outboard that he replaced. What the hell? How the hell did that happen? I refuse to buy expensive rods that break. Ugly Sticks, they don't. They've been around since the 50s. Yeah, but guess what? Back in the 50s, they weren't made in China. Okay, because you spend more time in your boat than in your house. You got that straight, Dennis. You got that straight, brother. Yeah, thanks, Bill. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, I just, I would rather clean my boat than my house. I'm not married. I got a bachelor pad going on here. Oh, what was that? The normal Joe? What was that? I'm just a normal Joe, but I buy and use St. Croix rods because they are great and made in the United States. Well, that's true, but like I said, I believe there's assembled in Mexico. Yeah, I had a St. Croix or two back years and years ago. Just a little too high dollar, for. I had a whole bunch of G Loomis. I would not mind ever spending $75 on an ugly stick. I'd do it in a heartbeat. Okay, what do we got here? I spend my money. Oh shit, there goes my goddamn PBR all over the garage floor. Son of a bitch. Okay, what's that? What's that comment? I spend my money on good reels I put on my uglies. Okay, new Vision Security, New Vision Security says saltwater corrosion. Let's see, what was that? Oh, I can't read it now. Okay, what was that? Oh, message deleted. Uh-oh, New Vision Security deleted his message. Okay, but St. Croix, it depends. Higher ends are USA and lower ends are outsourced. Well, that's probably, But I just think there's a good possibility that you can make an ugly stick, charge, instead of $40, you can charge $70, okay? And you can make it in the United States. I mean, that's all. That's all it was about. America's strongest rod, that rod bent over. I grew up with that symbol. And what did it do on my community page? It fired off some damn firestorm of bullshit that was unbelievable. And that's all I wanted to do is tell you guys about it. So I'll finish my PBR. Where's my PBR? Half of it's on the deck. Well, the floor of the garage. So thanks for watching. Okay, let's see. I've seen many $200 to $400 rods on YouTube. That's why I use Ugly Stick. Do you support Donald Trump? Do I support Donald Trump? I support Donald Trump 100%. Please answer. Enjoy your evening, Dave. Captain Dave, you put me in timeout. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Blakely. I bumped the wrong button. So I can build my own rods for cheaper and get exactly what I want. That's what Dennis says. Well, yeah, I have nothing against building rods. You know that, Dennis. I mean, I just used Ugly Sticks because, the reason I just used Ugly Sticks is because I had G Loomis rods that customers snapped like twigs every month. And customers don't break the Ugly Sticks. The Ugly Stick howled process of building, it got its name because engineer came in and instead of sanding when they put the wrap on the materials, and what it does is it squishes it all down and then they pull it out. Most people will run most builders will run the rod blank through a sander, and it gets that spiralness look out of the rod blank. And an engineer walked into a boardroom with all the mucky mucks there, right? And he slammed the rod down on the goddamn boardroom table and threw it across the table. And one of the mucky mucks picked the rod up and went, "Man, that's an ugly stick." Because he didn't sand off the the spins, you know, of putting the cellophane around it that squishes it. Okay, that's why I would only buy an ugly stick when the guides wear out and I replace them. All right? Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's see. Just to put about a decal on my boat. Let's see. Mike says, if there was a Captain Dave rod, I would buy some. Well, a Captain Dave rod is right now, I'm kind of like Larry Seegers. He bought 4 more. My favorite rod that I'm using now, I'm kind of all over my Tiger medium light, 12 to 30 pounds. I take my little Ryogas and I put it on there. I'm just all about the Tigers now. I fall in and out of love with certain things. You know what I mean? So I'm like every other fisherman. You fall in and out of love. You know, how are the Daiwa Saltist reels holding up? The Saltists, they're just fine. They're my float rig reels. There's no problem with those, except, gotta go, Dave. Sorry. Okay, Dennis, no problem, brother. There's no problem with the Saltist. The only difference about the Saltist versus a lot of other reels is they're very heavy. They're very heavy. I want to go get some for salmon. Hey, the Black 20 HC is the only one out of the entire lineup, I believe. Oh, the crow's back on the bird bath over here. I told you, they come like 10 times a day. I think it's the 20 HC, maybe the 30, 40, 50, I don't know. But they auto-engage with half a turn of the handle. Okay, I just got a Tiger E-Light for swim baits for $79. Okay, let me ask you that. Who was that? Mike. Okay, Mike. If instead of it being $79 and it was $99, would you still have bought it? Because it was made in the United States? You know? I would suspect you probably would have, because I would have. You know? I would have bought if it was $80 and then it went to, you know, 8 or 89 or whatever, add $20 to it. I would have bought it. It doesn't, $20 does, I hate to tell you, but like when it comes to my boat and stuff, I shit $20 bills. Okay? It's like, there you go. Oh, there's another 20. I got a Tiger Light for $79. Oh, got it at Bass Pro Shop. Yeah, Bass Pro Shop. They pretty much have all the uglies. I got a video on one of my playlists where me and my dad did a video of traveling all the way to Bass Pro Shops in Savannah, Georgia, just to get ugly stick stripers. Ugly stick stripers. I drove 3 hours up the road and then 3 hours home just to get ugly stick stripers so I could have them the next day. I did not want to ship them. I did not want to go anything, because you can't buy an ugly stick striper in Jacksonville, Florida. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. That's like asking the mechanic to fix your engine in less than 2 weeks. There you go. Come on back to Savannah anytime, Dave. New securities. Yeah, you're right. And you know what? Across the street for the Bass Pro Shops, we went over there and there was this like Mexican buffet that was like $5.99, and the food was really good. And me and my dad were like, hey, if we could add lunch into this, we're cool. You put food inside a project, okay? Let's say there's like, okay, I'm going to fix a lawnmower. And my dad comes over to help me fix the lawnmower. And if there's lunch involved, he's here like lickety-split. Lickety-split. Anytime food's involved, I mean, it's funny as hell. We make fun of him about it. But yeah, we went to right across the street. That's the only Bass Pro Shops I ever saw that's on the end of a mall. So, All right, well, guess what? I'm running. Let's see. My projects always end up with me barbecuing. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a real good one. Hey, Chem Dave, Lamb Glass makes some very good, affordable steelhead salmon rods, which, what was that? Wait a minute, back out. Which are American made. Yeah, I know. I've heard of Lamb Glass doing rods that are American made. I just don't really need salmon rods. I don't, A lot of people ask me about salmon rods because I float fish, but all I need is a 7-footer for float rigging. You know what I mean? Because I'm using a high-speed reel. So that's funny as hell. Mike Chapman is my projects always end up with me barbecuing. That's funny. Well, we always have to go out for lunch because I don't ever have any food in my house. Got to remember, I'm a swinging bachelor. So let's see if there's any other comments. Hey, Captain Dave, Shore Vapor here. What did you end up getting for your outboard or ballpark? Just what I thought, $3,000 to the wholesaler. $3,000 is what I'm going to get. Because he's probably going to ask $4,900 for it. Okay, and he'll take 45, and it made good sense from what I heard. Is when you buy a 6-year-old outboard, you're gonna probably buy it just cash. He's looking for this wholesaler or whoever this guy is. When he sells outboards out on the street, he's looking for a cash buyer. Because you could do that if you got, $4,900 or $4,500. It's cash on the barrelhead kind of deal. So what turns out is he'll probably ask 49, he'll get 45, and it'll be a cash on the barrelhead deal. So, hey, happy Cinco de Mayo. Huh? I don't even know what that is. It's Cinco de Mayo at my house every day, I guess. Because we're just a bunch of happy, pandemic people over here. It's quiet. As long as the buttheads next door keep their dogs shut up. But, yeah. So it'll be $3,000 for my boat, for my end. Not a lot. Believe me, I would have rather had 5. I would have rather had 5 Shore Vapor. But the other thing was is have them drop it in my pickup bed and bring it home. And what the hell am I going to do with what am I going to do with a 600-pound outboard motor? I had in this garage right here, I had a stand built. And that stand had twin 225 Hondas on it for 2 years. How brutal was that? So, all right, well, we're running kind of long here. I can see it. Hell, it's a damn 30-minute damn thing. And all I wanted to do was mention, thank you, Patriots, for going on my community page. Okay? And if you haven't seen it, go to my community page and check it out. Because let me tell you something. There's people out there that I don't think they love America. There's that old thing. You get out of high school. This is what I've always said. You get out of high school, and the minute you turn 18, you should have to do 4 years. I don't give a shit who you are. Go do 4 years in the military. Serve your time. And then when you're out, and you wait, and you get out, and you're smarter, you're tougher, and you're more of an adult. Say the same things. I'm astounded when I see total whack job, libtard, freaking wackos that are in the military. They're in the military serving our country. I just never got that. I think everybody in the military ought to be patriots and warriors of our country. So I'll leave you with that. You know how I feel, and it could be very unpopular, but that's how I feel. So, all right, I'll bid you all farewell. I can see the same comments are coming up here. Oh, we don't everybody military total liability. Oh, what's that mean? I just retired last year. We don't everyone in the military. I don't understand that. Captain Dave, we gotta hear the Honda outboard story sometime. Yeah, I know. We don't want everybody. Well, maybe, I don't know. But other countries, that's the way it is sometimes. You graduate high school, you're doing your time. You're doing your time. I know my mom had a friend, and her husband was from Switzerland. You got out when you turned 18. Boom, you're gone. You're gone. And you know what? He said he was a better man for it. And he was a little guy named Adolf. So, just retired last year. I see that. We don't want everyone in the military. Total liability. Well, you got to have a screening process. I know. I understand that part. You got to have some screening. I just went to Walmart. I was at Walmart about 30 minutes ago. Well, not really. I was at Walmart about an hour ago now. And there's this guy yelling at an employee in Walmart. Why don't you hire more people? Why has this got so many damn people in these lines? Don't you know people need to go to work? People need to do stuff. They want to come in, they want to get their shit, they want to leave. And a woman says, well, I'm sorry. And you know what? He hit a high point that I've always noticed. He says, look at all these cash registers that don't have any people working at them. And he says, why don't you just hire some people? But then he turned, and I kind of agreed with him 100%. And tall, skinny, black guy, I mean, there he is, raving, holy shit, behind me. Everybody could hear him. And then what did he do? He walked through the self-checkout. Okay. Oh, I got all kinds of crap going on here. Let's see. Oh, no. Okay. Cancel. Then he walks through the self-checkout, and I see that he's a total loon. He's a total loon. Okay. He's got a pair of pants with a big belt on them, and he's wearing them over his head. He starts wearing a pair of pants over the top of his head, and he's talking to himself. So there you go. Yeah, you're right. You can't have everybody in the military. That's for damn sure, because you'd have a bunch of dang lunatics. So, I want to hear the possum story. Yeah. Walmart Crackhead Central. Especially in California. Well, it's kind of Crackhead Central in Jacksonville, Florida, too, if I let you in on a secret. You want to hear the possum story? I'll tell you the possum story really fast. The reason my garbage can stunk to the high heavens is because I left this garage door open all night and all morning one time. And I just lost the connection. Welcome to chat. Okay. I hope I'm still going here. I lost the connection here. I can't. I'm holding the phone. I got to get myself a selfie stick for my phone. Oh, it's back. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Okay. You're good. Thank New Security. Okay. New Vision Security. All right. Jack Sparron. Okay. I got thumbly fingers here. I left my garage door open right here one time for like all night long. And I kind of live in the woods here, and we got all kinds of critters. Well, I left it, and a possum came in my garage, and was living in here for about a week. Okay, I shut the door, I opened the door. I shut the door, I opened the door a million times afterwards. But I'd come in this door over here. See that garage door right there? I'd come in that door and I'd see shit all knocked off the shelves, all kinds of stuff. I thought I even told my dad, I said, I got ghosts living in my garage now. Shit's laying on the floor. And well, then one day I'm sitting here in this Adirondack chair talking to Orawalk, Dr. Gary. And I hear a bunch of scratching over here in a wood pile that I got. And I hear this scratching around, right? Yeah, stinky animals. You got that straight. And I get up and I look, and it's a possum got pinned by the wood pile, fell on top of it. And it's sitting there. And who knows how many days that possum's been there. And it is tired, I can tell. But I poked at it, and it started hissing and baring its teeth, right? And a tail is sticking out one end, and a head sticking out the other. And it's got all this wood piled up on it. So needless to say, I wasn't going to touch it. I didn't want to mess with it. So I had to euthanize it with a Sheridan air rifle with 5 shots to the head. That thing wouldn't die. 2 got in my garage and had to kill them both. Yeah. Well, I kind of Sheridan air rifle, 5mm. Then I got my little grabbers. I got these little like grabbers, on the end of a stick. I had to pick it up and put it in a box. But that was the day that the garbage man came. So my barrel was clean. And then I just stuck it out when you saw that live stream the other day. So, oh, what was that about seagull? Almost as good as the seagull on the fillet knife story. Oh, yeah. That was if I could have done that and made $1 million. Woo! Damn seagulls. Yeah, that's it, the seagull story. If you're not familiar with my wolf tales, go down on my YouTube channel. I have a playlist called JETTYWOLF Moments /Wolf Tales. And that's where I tell some unbelievable stories. Unbelievable. But I'm going to bid y'all farewell now because I'm burning up some severe bandwidth going on here. So I very much appreciate all of you coming, all of you giving a thumbs up. The real intent was is to say the shitstorm that I started by posting my favorite rod up on my community page and saying that you couldn't get any. I love the wolf tales, Dave. Well, thank you. Thank you. I liked doing them. Okay, louder, Dave. I'll see you on the live stream. Oh, yep. Thanks. Okay, I appreciate everybody coming by. I'm getting good at this. Look at this big screen. Look at this. No more of that upside down shit. So, hopefully I'm going to be able to actually do this on the boat. I want to be able to do this on the boat when somebody catches a big fish, so you can see the joy in their eyes. Okay, so I'll bid y'all farewell. Thank you very much for stopping by. Go over to my community page and read some of this crap that people wrote. I just don't believe it. I cannot believe. I guess that's the deal about America, is you can voice your opinion. Yeah, we can all voice our opinions. So I'm not going to ever hold it back from anybody voicing their opinion. It's just the fact that in today's time, right now, China is not on the top of our list. It's not on the top of my list, that's for damn sure. So I'm glad I got plenty of ugly sticks. But you can't go anywhere without purchasing China products. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. So take care and stay safe. Don't forget, wear your face masks. Okay, now how do I stop this again? I don't even know. I don't even remember how I stop it. All right. Okay. There we go. I guess that's it. Yeah. Are you sure you want to stop streaming?